Hi everyone, welcome back to Katarina's Garage. My name is Katarina Lloyd, and today, well, I'm going to show you a few things that I've done to this car, which is not much yet, but it actually transforms the engine bay pretty good. But also some new parts, like for example, this intake for the other car, which this intake is a vintage Shelby sort of Cobra intake, but like not for a Shelby Cobra though. Don't get that wrong. This is a small block Ford aftermarket Shelby intake that you don't see these very often anymore. Like some people have said, oh yeah, I've had like 5 of those and they're not that rare and not very valuable. It's just like, well, okay. Because like the one thing is maybe not very valuable where you like to you, or that other people don't realize. But yeah, like these intakes can be worth actually a lot of money. Now, if this actually said, because like these, from what I understand, are an aftermarket Shelby intake for your small block Fords. So this will fit a 302, 351, and you know, it's a dual plane, quite badass intake actually. It's aluminum, so it's very light. You know, I got this along with an 8.8, which I'll show you guys the 8.8 a little bit here as well. But as well, if we take a look, actually, what's beside me here is, so I got these Bbk Subframe Connectors, right? They are a little bent up and stuff like that. Like I need to fix the mounting brackets, just, you know, in a vise. Pretty simple to do that. But yeah, I'm very pleased with those. You know, I did not pay very much for them at all. Like I only paid, what was it for those? That was 120 bucks for those. And I had to drive to Thorsby for them, but worth it. And I paid 100 bucks for that intake too. So, like, I think that intake is worth a lot more than that. But I don't really want to resell it, to be honest, because I want to do, at least before I potentially resell it, I want to do a video on it. And basically, like, a proper video of, okay, doing a dyno run with that car when it's actually running right. Okay, the Edelbrock Performer that I have on it now, and that, and see what the difference is between them. Because I know that actually that intake is, Edelbrock bought the tooling in the late 70s for that, or actually in the 70s, for that intake, and actually the Edelbrock AFB, I think it's called, is an identical intake to that. It just has Edelbrock on it, which those are the common ones that aren't worth a lot of money, but these Cobra ones and the Shelby ones especially, that actually say Shelby on them, are worth a lot more. But meanwhile, there is something actually that I have done under the hood of the car that I want to show you guys as well, because it looks really good, to be honest. Although there is one other thing that I need to do under the hood of this car too, because it's something that I bought, but I'm just waiting for the car to cool off. Because as you can see, there is a nice, shiny, new valve cover on here. You know, and this valve cover I've had for a little bit now, but finally got it installed on the car. And looks like there's no more oil leaks. There's just a little bit of residual oil there. I did wash the car, but it's going to take a little bit to get all the oil out of it that way. Now, the thing is, this is a cast aluminum valve cover. You know, it has the fins and everything, which look really good, to be honest. And I kind of like this brushed look as opposed to the fully polished out, because fully polished out wouldn't look right under this hood. But then as well, you know, like, and what we had to do for that actually, because I'll show you. Now, Roy Marco actually helped me out with this, just because he has a vise. I was having to be at his place when I bought those subframe connectors in Thorsby. I decided I was going to stop in at Roy Marco's. So, special shout out to him. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, you should. But he made me this trick little throttle cable bracket that goes off the carburetor. Now, it should be, I might have to bend it a little more than he did, but just because it is touching the one fin, but I don't think it should be a big deal for that, to be honest. Like, it's just barely, and like, to be honest, the carburetor and all that is going to shake at the same rate as the valve cover, so it shouldn't really be a big deal. But also, if you want to take a look at these as well, because he actually helped me build these, because unfortunately I would have built it myself, no big deal, up there, but unfortunately, I started to get a lot of lightheadedness, a little bit of vertigo, and it just, well, cutting me, so unfortunately, that was a thing. But, you know what, these look really good. They're actually a Street Fire by MSD, so pretty much the difference between this and an MSD, these are 8mm, MSDs are actually 8.5mm. But as well, actually, now something I do want to mention is, so these subframe rails, right, they're actually BBK, and they're the ones that go into the seat brackets here, right? So, seat bolts, so pretty simple, right? And the thing is, these are actually going to go into the convertible over there, due to the fact that that car now has a V8 in it, and it has none of the V8 structuring to actually put this in there. And yeah, I know my interior is a mess at the moment. I am going to clean that up because I've got a car show to get to this weekend. So that's going to get completely cleaned out in the next couple of days. But meanwhile, I want to show you guys actually the rear end as well that is in the back of my dad's Magnum still. Alright, so if we have a look here, sorry. Had to pause it for a minute there because I had to grab the keys for this to open it up. Okay. So this rear end here, it is an 8.8. It is a traction lock rear end. I don't know what gearing is in it. My guess, because I know, okay, it's between probably a 308 or a 327 gear, which is fine. Like, to be honest, I'm not looking for super high, like, super short gears or anything, because this, and actually, he threw in a couple extra things. Like, he threw in the springs, which actually look to be in good shape, and the shocks, which are still good too. So, front and rear shocks, the all kind of are still actually in pretty good shape. So, I mean, I'm not going to use those shocks, but it does come with it. However, and that is for my girl over here, right? Because, and again, like that intake, I want to put on here and show the differences. You know, you can see the really, really, really wide tires on this thing. They just look freaking amazing. I love those, to be honest. Although I do need to roll these fenders, which I'm going to need my dad's help with, because it requires two people, right? So it's a fairly simple process, which I'll show you guys actually on video as well. But yeah, let's just walk back here for a moment. And put this right here. And yeah, that'll basically wrap up this. Although, actually, something I should mention, because that T5 manual transmission, that video that was just out the other day, when I showed you the underside of my girl here, and decoding the transmission, because actually it's not the top code you want, it's a side code. Plus there's a stamped number on top that'll tell you what year it's from as well. It's in a little circle about that big, and there'll be whatever year it came out of will be on there, just the last two numbers of the prefix. So for example, that transmission, what I was told was an 88 world class, is not that at all. It is a 83 T5. That it's not the earliest iteration of the T5, like, because they did one really early one and then they did this one just after it. So this is kind of the second iteration of the T5 in that car, from what I can figure out from the decoding it. Which, I mean, it's it's not as much of a score as I thought it was, but still, for 300 bucks, I'm totally comfortable with that. Like, I'm not upset about it by any stretch of the imagination. But something though, because to put it in this car, because now after talking to people, like, I have a better idea of what actually we're going to try and do to get that transmission in this car, which I could use your help actually. So if you find a high mount starter bell housing for an S-Rod that has the 200 inline 6 in it from 78 to 1981, I need it, and I will pay you. I'll even, if you find one, let me know. You can contact me through Facebook, which is Katarina's Garage, or on Instagram. Or sorry, not Facebook is Katarina's Garage. Instagram and TikTok are Katarina's Garage. If you happen to find one, let me know, because that's the only other thing that I need Plus, I mean, I'm having the, actually just looking for new, to be honest, of clutch kit I found for this. However, looking for a flywheel now, because gotta remember, going to a manual transmission, I need a flywheel. So, because automatics don't have a flywheel, right? So, yeah, but I found the clutch kit, which comes, I'm pretty sure comes with a pilot bushing as well, so that all will do just fine. And it'll all bolt up once I have that, that bowel housing. Because the S-Rod bowel housing is, honestly, it'll bolt right onto a T5 without any issues, to be honest. So, yeah, they're very, very similar that way, and it'll all work out. So, I just need to find one, which I might just have to bite the bullet and go down to Tilly and pull it myself, because I heard there's a car down there that has one at Flatlaw Auto Wrecking, so we'll see when I can get down there, because, like, to be honest, I could do it just about any day, but I kind of want to clean this car up, because I need to do that, and, yeah, because, like, I need to, as well, I still need to put the wheels on this thing, which, you know, my Keystone Black Stars, which I'm doing a different wheel combination in the future here. There's still going to be all 14s for this thing, but you'll see when what I'm going to do, because I have some wheels being reconditioned at the moment, but you know what? It's totally fine. Like those wheels will be awesome, and like because I've changed my plan with that one of what I was doing with wheel and tires, because I bought those awesome wide wheels with, actually I like the wheel style, although I do need the center caps for those as well. So if anybody has center caps that'll fit those 15s that you just saw earlier in the video as well, please let me know as well, because I could use those. But yeah, other than that, you know what, I'm just here enjoying the nice weather that we're having, because I think just about a week ago there was over a foot of snow on this car and my convertible. I actually went out when there was, I don't know, about 8 inches or so, and brushed off my convertible, because the one thing is, it's always a good thing, and actually this is what you want to do with a convertible, if you happen to have to store it outside. If there is an accumulation of anything, whether it's water, snow, any sort of weight on the top, you don't want that. So the earlier you can get rid of that, the better off you're going to be, because you can actually bend the top and whatever else if you're not careful. So do bear that in mind, because again, you know, you don't want to come across that in the future. But yeah, anyways, I think I'll end this video here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did like the video, please give it a like, because it really helps me out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because again, it really helps me out too. You know what, and comment anything you want to see down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as well, hope you're staying safe during COVID-19, and good luck with whatever we're working on. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Pikachu!